Alright guys, welcome back. This is Killer Panda, and we are playing Oblitus. This is by Connor Ullman, published by Adult Swim. Pretty cool. It's a neat game. Kind of roguelike-ish action. And it's got a really neat kind of art style and story, kind of done in sort of a Flash sort of way. So that's pretty cool. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. There it is. You hear a voice speak to you from beyond. Oh man, I screwed it up. Well, so Oblitus, here it is. You play this adorable little chap. Look at him with his little spear. And you can stab with it. Gosh, you can. You can also... yeah, there we go. You can also throw it. So that's pretty dope. Blammo. But then when you throw it, you don't have it, you know? That's how life works. And that's how life works for this guy. So there it is, you know? So it's a kind of neat sort of combat mechanic, because if you screw up, it's really easy to screw up. And it's very actiony. Yeah, how about that, little buddy? Oh, yeah, don't do that. That's the kind of stuff you don't want to do. And as you go along, it has some neat kind of RPG sort of stuff with it, where like we'll keep going and we'll start unlocking some neat little abilities, unless I die. If I die, then we won't. Then we will be stuck. Deal with it. All right. It's a really, really cool world. Sometimes, because so much like detail was put into everything in this, I've noticed that I've had a few times where I will feel really confident that I'm looking at something that is foreground, and it was definitely background, you know? Just kind of something that I think kind of comes from the fact that there was definitely a lot of care put into this, and they really wanted to make it look funky fresh. So sometimes I think a little bit of it is just that, I mean, you know, I'm not a professional artist or anything, but I think sometimes with this kind of stuff, how this is really presented as foreground, and then this thing in front of it is really presented as background. And part of that's because you can interact with this, so I kind of get it, but it makes it a little confusing because, you know, the foreground and background is... Oh, I'm about to get hit in the face. Maximum health, and I hurt myself. Fine. Whatever, I don't even care. I didn't want that health anyways. But yeah, sometimes I think just because there's definitely some effort put to make it feel a lot more 3D, and that's what kind of makes it confusing as well. Uh-oh. And this is the best boss theme in the game. Deal with it. What's he gonna do? Oh, there it is. Enjoy. Yeah. And it's kind of a cool thing with it is, you know, when I started, this boss was just extremely hard, you know. Oh. And I also still can't shoot worth anything. But, you know, isn't that just how life is sometimes, you know? Come on. I've never had this much trouble with this boss. Well, I did like the first time I played, but I haven't since then. This is mortifying. There we go. We did it. But yeah, pretty cool. Frozen spear. We got it. And let's go out here. Yeah. This is when stuff starts looking dope. Pretty... Fish face. Fish face. Fish face. Get away from me, fish face. If you don't have the frozen spear, those guys are a lot more difficult. Rest assured. I got lucky with this frozen spear. Nope. Enjoy it. Ah, he's so good with that shield. Oh. And you recover health by killing creatures, so it really puts this pressure on you to really be really stay on it. Not you really don't want to be taking, if you take too much damage, you don't get that back, basically. I don't want to throw spears with the both of these guys here, because they will murder me. Oh. Yeah. Who's the better jumpster? I'm a jumpster. Yeah. Can't jump like me. Y'all can't jump to this. There we go. So yeah, the game, for the most part, from how I've experienced it, the game's really... Oh, what? Bunk. I'm calling bunk. Bunk, I say. Yeah. It's really a combination of, you know, that kind of old school learn in order to win kind of mechanics, like where it's just kind of, you get really accustomed to how enemies fight you, and you really learn how to what am I thinking? You really, yeah, it's kind of, you don't necessarily just you don't just gear up better or anything, because you're always starting back from scratch. So it's not as much of that kind of stuff, and it's a good deal more kind of, oh, dead. Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, it's not as much of kind of just that you're gearing up, and it's not necessarily that you're just completely getting just better all the time. Sometimes it's just that you're learning the different bosses and that kind of stuff, or the different, yeah, just how to deal with different creatures and all of that. So this time I'm in it to win it. So.